Whoa. So, I want you to open your heart. These are the words that an elder had said to me while walking in an old growth forest here at the University of Guelph Arboretum. But how did I end up with an elder in the forest? Anishnaabe, Brad Howie indigenous, Beamzo and Nojima, Mukwa and Nodam, Nipissing and Mtigwaaki. These are words I proudly say now, but the words I didn't always know how to speak. You see, I have half Anishinaabek ancestry, but I didn't grow up in the actual culture. And it was throughout my master's program that I got to learn a lot more about my culture. And for my master's program, I worked with Dr. Jesse Pop and Dr. Mtigwaaki. And my master's thesis was how to authentically weave Anishinaabek science and knowledge into the University of Guelph Arboretum by creating educational materials. And a huge part of this research was to interview an elder. And so I had all these questions I wanted to ask him. I had like a fancy camera set up. I had like a lapel mic. Andrew helped me with all of that. And then, he came and I was like, okay, you ready to go? And he said no. He didn't want to be interviewed. He didn't want to answer any of my questions or anything like that. And so what we really ended up doing was just walking in Victoria Woods over there in the old growth forest. And he shared many teachings with me that day, but what he really shared was to open my heart mind. And so now I have to make all these educational materials and finish up my master's, and all I had to go off was open my heart mind. Which was really difficult for me, because like my whole life, up until that point at least, I've been walking this very strict academic path. And then now I'm being asked to walk this more spiritual path, which I found extremely difficult. So I would often reflect on what it meant to weave Anishinaabek science and knowledge authentically, and what it meant to open my heart mind. And so what I really started to do was open myself to the knowledge, and to the ceremonies, and to the language, the culture, storytelling, art, and of course, the science. And with this process of authenticity and my heart mind beginning to open, I could finally start my project, which was really nice. But what would I call it? So the name for forest in Anishinaabek is Mtigwaaki, but it doesn't really mean that, because Anishinaabek is a verb-based language. So, when you translate it correctly, it really means to be among the trees. And that's exactly what I wanted the viewers of the science in my educational materials to be. Not just in the forest, but really like among the trees and feeling all of that. And so what I did is I took the pre-existing University of Guelph Arboretum logo, and using Adobe Suite products and kind of indigenous-inspired art, I created this project logo. And so I finally understood you couldn't separate the culture from the art and from the science and from the knowledge. And with this, I designed interpretive science with that, and also some other educational materials that are shown here. But what I really wanted to do is I wanted to get people on the land and to learn from the land and to see Victoria Woods from an Anishinaabek perspective. And I was successful in doing this and telling a story and seeing the forest through interpretive science. And these were also designed with Adobe Suite products. And these are the four, well, I didn't design this in the course, but the other photographics here are graphics I designed on the interpretive science, which will be permanently posted in Victoria Woods after June 10th. And two of the signs are over there as well, if you want to take a look-see at those after. And so, in conclusion, I was successful in opening my heart mind and having a spirit-centered research methodology. And, I really thought it was these two paths. I thought it was this academic path I had to walk and the spiritual path. But what I've really come to realize through my project, and even to this day, is that it's really one path, and that's the Manoa or the good path, the good life. And, yeah, that's it.